Hey, automotive engineers, come here, come here. I'm sorry, that was unprovoked. I actually want to address a video that's blowing up on Facebook and Instagram. On a 2009 Toyota Highlander with a 3.5 liter engine, I was complaining about the alternator. And I was complaining about the bolt holes being offset so that instead of using just 2 long alternator bolts, you had 3 bolts. It has 2 bolts in the front and 1 bolt in the back, and the bolt in the back is moderately difficult to get to. It's annoying. Why would you build it that way? Naturally, I had a few blowhards telling me things like,
"If you think Toyota's difficult, try working on BMW."
I work on all makes, all models, all years. I don't shy away from any kind of work, with the exception of diesels, but that's because of a lack of experience, exposure, and there's usually somebody who could do it better than me.
Well, I could do that alternator in 20 minutes.
Alright, have a cookie. Good for you. If I wanted to do a rush job, I'm sure I could get it down to 20 minutes as well. The complaint isn't about the difficulty. The complaint is about why it's unnecessarily complicated. That alternator used to be designed so the average Joe could get it done in 10 minutes. But with the redesign, it's an hour flat rate. That makes it more expensive on the customer, and it requires a more skilled technician. And you have to ask yourself, why? What purpose does it serve?
Well, if we went with the 2 bolts, it changes the alternator's position, which puts a different kind of stress on the crank pulley.
Nah, engineers, you can't bullshit me on that one. I don't buy it.
Well, it's not our fault. It's the beam counters that are making us do it.
Nope, I don't buy that either. You already had a good design for an alternator, and you made it worse.
Well, why are you complaining? You're making more money this way.
If you're trying to make things more difficult so that people can't do the work themselves, then why stop there? How about you just weld the hood shut? Black box the whole vehicle. That way, anytime anyone needs to get an oil change, they just have to buy a whole new vehicle. Nobody gets a pass. Not Toyota, not Honda, not your favorite manufacturer. If it's a bad design, it's a bad design, and it needs to be called out as such. Sometimes things get complicated because we're chasing for better fuel economy, and that's okay. Sometimes things get complicated because we're trying to follow regulations on emissions. Looking at you, Volkswagen. And sometimes things get complicated because customers want that new eye-tracking technology. I get it. Don't take a good design and then make it a bad design by reinventing it to be upside down and backwards, then having the audacity to say, this is better, when in reality we all know that you just needed to make some changes because your job is on the line. Engineers, you better shape up. If you don't, I'm going to sleep with all your wives.